lone star could do no wrong. However, as he got older, Culkin's charming boy image faded and the acting gigs started drying up. Drug and relationship problems took their toll in the early 2000s, and today, the child star looks nothing like the little boy who fooled Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern back in 1990. Jake Lloyd. In 1999, Star Wars: The Phantom Menace was released. Yes, we know, it was a brutal movie with some pretty bad acting and one particularly annoying CGI character, but it did introduce us to Jake Lloyd. This pint-sized actor had appeared in other films and television shows, but it was his role as a young Anakin Skywalker that grabbed headlines. Unfortunately for Lloyd, his career and looks went the way of the dark side as he got older. Recently, he got into some trouble with the law, and as his mugshot proves, he now looks more like a Sith Lord than a handsome young Jedi warrior. Haley Joel Osment. While most people know Haley Joel Osment thanks to his unforgettable role in 1999's The Sixth Sense, after all, he could see dead people. This child actor actually had his first big role 5 years before in Forrest Gump. Indeed, the 1990s were good to this actor, and he got a lot of work and became a household name. But one thing that didn't seem to keep up were his looks. As he got older, Osment put on weight and always seemed to look a bit disheveled in pictures. Clint Howard. You're probably more familiar with this child actor's brother, Ron Howard. Nonetheless, odds are you have seen quite a bit of Clint Howard thanks to his numerous roles in films like Apollo 13 and Austin Powers. Clint actually got his break decades ago when he played the adorable Leon on The Andy Griffith Show. As he got older, time was not kind as it is to many other actors. While you might say Clint hasn't aged all that well over the years, it hasn't at all hurt his ability to get acting gigs. Lark Voorhees. If you watched after-school television in the late 80s and early 90s, then you likely saw more than a couple of episodes of Saved by the Bell. The show followed a group of students who encountered a variety of wacky challenges. The cast included Lisa Turtle, played by Lark Voorhees. Unfortunately, today fans can see that Voorhees hasn't aged well at all. We imagine the stress from a couple of bad relationships and some bad plastic surgery has only helped enhance this. Danny Bonaduce. No child star article would be complete without including Danny Bonaduce. The ginger-haired child star got his big break when he was cast as freckle-faced Danny Partridge on The Partridge Family. When that show ended in 1974, Bonaduce reportedly battled drugs and depression. Combined with a string of failed relationships, it all took a toll on Bonaduce. He still acts today, but as anyone can see, age hasn't been the kindest of friends. Jeremy Miller. This actor rose to fame when he starred as Ben Seaver in the 1980s sitcom Growing Pains. Fans of the show remember Miller as a fresh-faced child actor complete with a blonde bowl cut or mullet hairstyle. Today, the 39-year-old still shows some similarities with his childhood self, although the years have definitely taken a toll. By Miller's own admission, he struggled with alcohol addiction for much of his life, so this likely explains much of it. Angus T. Jones. It's hard not to talk about this next child celebrity without the theme of Two and a Half Men running through our heads. On the show, 9-year-old Angus T. Jones played the naive, crude, and somewhat slow-witted character of Jake Harper. For years, we laughed at the antics of this cute little guy. Jones left the show before it ended in February 2015, and those who followed celebrity news saw that he was letting himself go quite a bit. However, in fairness, we think he could turn it all around with a haircut and a beard trim. Amanda Bynes. In the early 90s and early 2000s, Amanda Bynes was a funny and adorable child actor you could find on Nickelodeon. As she grew up, everything seemed fine until 2012. Then, legal, substance, and mental health issues began, which led her down a slippery slope. The next few years were clearly hard on her, as these photos show a haggard and aging Bynes. Recent photos have shown she is trying to turn things around, so hopefully she can stop the lifestyle that has aged her so much already. Edward Furlong. Like Macaulay Culkin, it's safe to say that the years have not been kind to Edward Furlong. As John Connor, he starred alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator 2: Judgment Day and made a name for himself. Since then, he's appeared in a range of other movies but never hit those same